Hey YouTube, so this is gonna be kind of weird, but I've been wanting to do a video at some point about why I don't do tarot unboxings, but it seemed weird to record a video that it's just why I don't do a thing. Because it's not some sort of a stand or anything. It's just that, basically I don't, well, one, I don't quite get unboxings. I'm going to admit, like, not just tarot, like, I don't get why people like watching people open boxes. Is it the thing, like, when you get mail, you get really excited and you can do that vicariously through other people? Because that would actually make sense to me. I mean, I do love getting mail. I don't get that vicarious feeling when I watch somebody unbox something, but I can understand why maybe you get that satisfaction of opening the box and taking off the packaging. But yeah, so that is one thing, I don't really get it. But two, I would totally do them if it was just that I didn't get it because other people like them. When I get a new deck, I kind of have a ritual where I don't look at the cards right off. So I open the deck, I do a deck interview, then I'll look at the cards. In fact, that's wrong. I don't even look at the cards after that. I do the deck interview and I start reading with it. So, like, I never actually go through a whole deck. And so sometimes I've had a deck for 6 months and there's a card I've never seen and it shows up. I'm like, oh, cool. So I sort of let the deck tell me when it wants to show me different cards in a way. There's just something I like about that. It feels like building a relationship with a person almost. It's like, you know, in the first interview, like, I'm getting to know some certain things about the deck, and through that I'm getting to see certain cards, and then as I read I'm getting to see other cards, and maybe it's not time to see some cards yet. I'm not totally superstitious about it. Like, I've had friends come over and flip through, and so I end up seeing them all, and that's fine, but I don't know that I would really want to do a walkthrough for you before I worked with the deck, which is why when I have done review videos and walkthrough videos, like, they're always once I've worked with it. But since I was on a business trip for a week, and it just so happened, for whatever reason, that the stars aligned and a number of decks that I'd ordered at different times all came in at once, I thought I'd just show you a little haul and tell you why I got these decks, and might be kind of interesting. So I'm not going to walk through all the cards. I'll show you a couple, but I'm just going to talk a little bit about the decks. So the first one I got from the Tarot Marketplace Facebook group, and this is the Fountain Tarot, which is impossible to show you the box on because of the glow, but I think everybody's seen it. So this is actually a used one. I had been debating, oh my god, how do you open this? I had been debating for a while about getting the Fountain Tarot because it is a very sort of air deck. You guys are gonna really laugh. Another reason I can't do an unboxing apparently is I don't know how to open things. So yeah, this deck is, it has such a, oh, is it a magnet? No, it's not a magnet. Well, dang it. Yeah, it is a magnet. Ha! It's a magnet, which I like. I like magnetic decks. I was trying to pull. That is not how this works. Oh, I love that. You were the voice, the breath of universes. I love that word breath, because yeah, this feels like a very air deck to me, but not, little guidebook there, not in the way of like a Star Child. Like, I'm one of those people who can't quite with the Star Child, not because it's airy, but just there's something about it that I just can't quite. But I've seen images of this one a lot because a lot of people have it. Oh, it looks like they're in order. So there you go. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands. So they're, oh, that's great. They're minimal, and they have a kind of movement to them. They have this airy feel, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot there, and they're, predictably, I had a feeling about this. Some of the art, I don't think it shows up that well on anybody's camera. So this is one of those ones you kind of have to hold in your hand, which is part of why I was, oh my god, part of why I was so drawn to it and wanted to get my own copy, because I just wanted to have this in my hands. And sure enough, I just started looking at them like Holy crap. Okay, I'm not going to show more because of the reason I explained, but here's another random card that was already face up. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really interesting one to explore because it's a side of tarot. It's a kind of tarot that I don't have and I haven't worked with. So I'm looking forward to figuring that out. Alright, this lovely little wrapped beauty is from Effany. This is the Awakened Soul Oracle deck. I'm sorry if ripping paper is uncomfortable to anybody. I don't usually save stuff like that. So this one I wanted because I really like... Probably shouldn't try to talk over the sound of crinkling paper. There's your ASMR. So yeah, I really like color, and I like kind of comic type art, or I don't know if I call it cartoony, but like there's a certain kind of art that makes me think of web comics specifically, and I would count this deck in there. You know, you can see like even the cover image, the bright color of her hair, and the kind of like defined lines. So this kind of thing, I really like modern decks, and I was looking for an oracle deck that had this kind of straightforwardness, not necessarily like a strong theme. It's not necessarily a kind of art that won't blend with my tarot cards. I wanted something that would blend. So yeah, that's the Awakened Soul. And then, okay, this I'm so excited about. Smaller than I thought, but that's alright. So this is the My Quality Time Self-Care Activity Deck. And OMG. So I was just posting the video for 31 Days of Tarot the other day where I talked about this as being the only deck on what I call my definitely want category of my wish list that is just readily available. And I was like, why have I not bought it? Like, yes, I was trying to not spend all my money on all the things, but hey, it's a new year, so money starts over, right? Isn't that how it works? And this deck, I was like, you know what? I would be crushed if it went out of print. And I went to Etsy, and I don't know if this is really true, because I feel like sometimes with Etsy it says there's one left, but it's always refreshed. Anyway, it said one left. I was like, I don't know if that's true. I need to get it now. It is a tuck box, so I'm going to have to get a pouch for it. Let me see if I can very carefully open this. That's what I don't like about tuck boxes. I'm always afraid I'll damage them. But yeah, this deck... so what I was just talking about with Effany's deck, the kind of almost comic or cartoon art, similar idea. Library! Oh god, I am just madly in love from the jump. Like, this art... And it's just, it's good keywords, it's kind of a modern feel, decorate, single words, but I like this really, like, this kind of very slightly punk, modern feel to it, and there's a teeny little guide brochure, I don't know, it's pretty small, so it's actually recommended in here, to use it's an activity deck. So the idea is, you know, it says you could take a deep breath and ask which activity you should do today while shuffling the cards. If you have a very busy schedule, choose a card you feel you'll be able to complete that day. So you can use this as literally a draw for self-care and say, oh, I should list why I'm awesome, apparently. But I'm planning to use them more like an oracle deck and more just try to, like, do something with the words. We'll see how that goes, but that is the plan. And then the last deck of this haul, I have no idea what this is, embarrassingly enough. I mean, clearly I bought it, but I don't remember which deck this is by looking at the art. So we're gonna find out together, friends. It might have Kickstarter. It might be a Kickstarter. I just don't recognize the pattern. A lovely pattern, but not one that I recognize. So this is, oh yes, oh this is exciting. This is the Many Queens Tarot. Yes, this is by Letty Jane Rennekamp, I don't know if it's actually German. I tend to pronounce things European that may or may not be. So this one I did back. This is the Many Queens. So this is new. If you haven't had your copy yet, apparently it's on the way. And it's a nice big, that's my hand for reference. I have a sort of largish hand. So, but yeah, the Many Queens, it's a black on white, kind of a sketchy, kind of illustrator feel. Oh, that's weird. They're like sort of in order. I hope there aren't any missing, because it just went from Magician to Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I wonder if that has something to do with, so I don't know if you've ever come across this, but the way things get numbered sometimes. Yeah, that's totally what happened. High Priestess. If you're ever like doing numbers and like doing them alphabetically, there's something that can happen where 2 ends up next to 20, basically. I think that's what happened here. But yeah, so you just, these fairly complex images, yet with the white background. I think that's interesting. Got some sideways cards. With the white background, it's not too busy, and some of the art is kind of has a slight, almost like tattoo-ish feeling. So yeah, that's just a very first look at this, but once I've used it, because I'm sure people will be curious, I can do a review / walkthrough. So yeah, that's a little haul, and now you know for the future why I don't do unboxings. I'm sorry if you like them a lot, but I'm absolutely more than happy to do reviews once I work with a deck, or to do the little quick look reviews that I've posted, some of the shorter ones, rather than a full walkthrough. So yeah, if there's particular decks that you've seen me use on this channel and you would like a little review of, just leave a comment. I'm happy to do that. And if you enjoy this kind of like deck review and related content, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I will continue to do this kind of thing on the channel. All right, thanks.